Some areas in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro in the Eastern Cape have recorded up to 40 millimetres of rain over this past weekend. Widespread flooding, rough seas and damaging winds, however, are still predicted for the remainder of the weekend. And moving into early next week, thus far, no damage or loss of life due to the weather has been recorded. According to the South African Weather Services, a 48-hour rainfall in excess of 100 to 200 millimetres is likely to fall from today into tomorrow. The orange level weather warnings are still in effect, and motorists are urged to be wary of hazardous driving conditions.
A cut-off low has moved in over the province, with a ridging high ahead of it. The convergence of moisture has led to disruptive rain over most of the province, with the South African Weather Service putting out warnings from level 2 to level 8. Listen to the radio for the latest warnings. This rainfall, if going according to plan and lasting till Tuesday, could go a long way in alleviating the drought over the Nelson Mandela Bay and surrounds.
All right, now our meteorologist Mpho Rasimpi joins me now in studio for an update. Mpho, a very good afternoon to you. Just explain to us the phenomenon that is happening and how common is it this time of the year?
Thank you very much for the Onati and the viewers at home. Look, the phenomenon that's happening is the cut-off low. If you remember, let's go back last year, KZN flooding. That was the same system. The same thing that's happening now is the same system that actually caused those flooding over KwaZulu-Natal last year. So it's common. This is our severe thunderstorm season. That's when we start to have those so many severe thunderstorms. So it is common for us to have the cut-off low this time of the year.
And now I'm hearing, from those reports that we are hearing that there is a level 6 warning. So what does that mean, particularly for those two provinces that you are monitoring closely, the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape?
Well, it's normal level 6. It actually went up to a level 9. Wow. Actually, especially for tomorrow over those coastal areas, over Cape Town, stretching all the way into George and Kabeja. Now, level 9 simply means that it's going to happen, it's going to cause severe impact. We're talking flash flooding, we're talking heavy downpours, we're talking, as you explained, almost up to 100 millimeters in the next 48 hours. And also significant to that is that it will also mean that low-lying areas, meaning you can actually cross, meaning that if you went to town, you can actually get back home because it will be flooded and no car can actually pass through.
Now, of course, we saw in the Western Cape how, that province was battered by the tide that hit the province last week. One person was killed, another seriously injured. And of course, earlier on, we heard of, recently we just heard of the submarine incident, that the weather could have also been a cause of that. What should people do in this situation where there is, for instance, a warning of a level 9? I mean, how dangerous is it for people, particularly those that are in low-lying areas and also those that are very close to the sea?
I think that's where the national disaster comes in terms of getting the information on time for those people to actually be able to make the decision to actually safeguard their lives and also their property on time, so that once you have the information on time of what's going to happen, then the decision actually for you to make a better decision will be easier. And also, we need to get knowledgeable about the effects that are affecting us, the weather effects that actually affect South Africa. We need to know more about it so that people can get the knowledge to actually do something about it so that they can save their lives and nurture their property.
KwaZulu-Natal is still recovering from those terrible floods that we saw a few months ago, and one then wonders, how devastating this time around it will be, particularly in the Eastern Cape, because they also, also has experienced damages during that KZN flooding. So in terms of that, you've just said that this could be exacerbated over the past 2 days or so. How is the rest of the country looking like?
Well, the main effect is the Cape provinces and also the southern parts of the Free State. Now, coming to us and Limpopo and Mpumalanga, we're also going to get some severe thunderstorm on tomorrow throughout Monday. Monday and Tuesday. We're only going to get that. We're only getting a little bit of the effect of the current flow and also the ridging in. So it's just going to be some severe thunderstorm. It's also only a level 2 warning for us. So we're not getting the same effect as those Cape provinces are getting in terms of the brunt of the current flow.
In terms of us, I just want to clarify for our viewers, it is Gauteng. Thank you.
Gauteng, Limpopo, and Mpumalanga.
Perfect.
That's us, yes.
Thank you so much, Mpho Rasimpi, there for that update. Really do appreciate it. Of course, warnings there from the Weather Service. So over the next couple of days, you should just be heeding, the warnings from officials and making sure that you listen in on the radio as well as your television in terms of what to do.